He fired her and then asked her out. But what she did next was iconic. From rock bottom. This is a true story. The names and some events have been changed to protect the identity of those involved. You are listening to From Rock Bottom. Subscribe to the channel and keep respect in the comments. Do you have an inspiring story of overcoming challenges? Send it to us by email.
He ruined my life and then tried to act like Prince Charming. And I said, yes. Okay, so picture this. It's a regular Tuesday, cloudy, boring. I hadn't even finished my damn coffee and boom, I get called into the glass office. You know the one, where dreams go to die. And there he is. Mr. Tall, sharp jaw, sad puppy eyes. My boss, Jake. Ugh. Look, I'm not gonna lie, the man is cute. Like, irritatingly cute. The kind of guy who knows he's hot and uses it like a weapon. You know the type that I wear a white shirt and it just fits perfectly type? Yeah, that guy. But guess what? He was also a total pain in the ass, micromanaging, passive-aggressive emails, always saying stuff like, "Can you circle back to that?" and "Let's align expectations." Bro, what does that even mean? Anyway, I walk in and he gives me the face, the fake, serious one. And I already know, like deep in my soul, I'm about to get screwed. He starts with the classic, "Thanks for coming in, this isn't easy." And I'm like, bitch, for who? Cut to, I'm being let go. Just like that. No warning, no heads up. Apparently they were restructuring the team, and unfortunately my role was impacted. Impacted. Cute word for fired. So I nod, I smile, I grab my little potted plant like a cliche, and I leave. But I'm fuming. Like, on the verge of ugly crying in the Uber type of mad. Because here's the thing, I worked my ass off. I was early every day, stayed late, covered for everyone. And he knew that. He knew. So imagine my utter shock when a few weeks later he slides into my DMs like, "Hey, crazy bumping into you here, but would you want to grab a drink sometime?" Excuse me? Sir, you literally fired me. And now you want to be all soft boy vibes like this is a rom-com? I mean, part of me wanted to tell him to go choke on his overpriced cologne, but another part of me, the part that just got her bank account decimated and her confidence trashed, was like, maybe if I play this right, I could get that job back. So I said yes. I know. Don't yell at me, this story gets wild. So, yeah, I said yes to the drink, but not because I suddenly wanted to be swept off my feet by my ex-boss who fired me for budget cuts while sipping his third oat milk flat white. No, I had a mission. I was going to get my damn job back, or at least some version of it. A freelance role, a contract, a foot in the door, honey. I didn't work for that company for 2 years just to be tossed like expired hummus. And let me be honest with you, I had a plan. I thought, okay, we'll meet. I'll be charming, I'll play the cool, forgiving type, make him laugh, remind him I'm smart and literally essential. And boom, door reopened. He texted the next day. Dinner Thursday? Classic. Short, confident, annoying. I pretended to hesitate, even though I was already shaving my legs and picking nail colors. Sure, 8 works. Translation, Operation Rehire is on. Now, let me just paint the picture for you. I stood in front of my closet like it was a crime scene. I was like, do I go sexy chic like I'm doing amazing, sweetie? Or soft classy like I didn't even try? After like an hour of spiraling, I landed on subtle baddie. White top, jeans that hugged in all the right places, soft waves, glossy lips, gold hoops. The message was clear. I'm not bitter, I'm glowing. But also, you miss me and you know it. So we meet at this trendy little wine bar. You know the kind, dim lights, jazz playing, staff too attractive to be real. And the moment I walk in, I see him. He stands up, smiles, and I swear to God the man devoured me with his eyes, like full body scan, up, down, pause, smirk. I sit down, fake calm. He's like, "Wow, you look amazing." And I'm like, "Thanks. Being unemployed really brings out the glow." He laughs, a little too hard, like he knew he deserved that. And then he tries to kiss me, literally. We've been sitting for like 3 minutes, and this man leans in, lips puckered, eyes squinty like we're on the Bachelor finale. I'm like, "Whoa there, Casanova. Let's not pretend this is a fairy tale." I physically ducked the kiss like it was a dodgeball. His face? Priceless. So we settle into conversation, or at least he talks. And babe, I swear I've never been so bored in my entire life. Like, who knew someone could talk about quarterly projections, supply chain delays, and golf for 45 straight minutes? I was sipping my wine like, is this punishment for something I did in a past life? No charm? No sparkle? No, "I'm sorry for ruining your life." Just work talk, gym talk, crypto talk. At one point, I was literally looking around the restaurant for an exit like I was in a hostage situation. I even pretended to get a text so I could check the time. Girl math says, if the date makes you check the clock twice in 10 minutes, he's not the one. So yeah, I'm sitting there at this bougie wine bar trying to survive the most painfully boring conversation of my life, sipping overpriced rosé, wondering how my ex-boss, the one who fired me like I was disposable, turned into this beige wall of a man with a jawline. And then out of nowhere, he starts getting touchy. Like, not the cute, flirty kind. I'm talking about that weird, greasy, let me touch your arm every time I say a word kind of thing. At first, I laughed it off, polite giggle, pull the arm back type vibe. But then he did it again, and leaned in way too close. He smelled like ambition and betrayal, and honestly, I was ready to call the waiter and ask for a garlic necklace and pepper spray, but I didn't want to ruin the vibe just yet because remember, I had a plan. I was going to ask about the job. So I gave him a little look like, "You okay over there, sir? Personal space?" And he chuckled like it was all cute. Then he said deadass, "You're even sexier when you're mad." Excuse me? What? At this point, I wanted to slide under the table and evaporate. But instead, I smiled the fakest smile I've ever produced in my life and said, "So anyway, I was actually wondering if there's any chance you guys are hiring again. I'd love to be considered if something opens up." And baby, that's when it all shifted. His smile faded so fast I thought his face glitched. He leaned back in his chair like he suddenly had the upper hand, swirled his wine like he was in a movie, and said, and I quote, "You really thought this was about getting your job back?" I blinked. He kept going. "You were a good employee, sure, but you were never essential, babe. That role you had, anyone could do it. I needed someone to take the fall when corporate pushed back on budget." And I just sat there, like, is this real life? Am I being punked? Where are the cameras? He sipped his drink so smug, and then had the audacity to say, "Honestly, I invited you because I thought we had a connection, but if you're here just to beg for a job, that's a turnoff." A turnoff? Babe, I was speechless, which, if you know me, is rare. He kept talking as if I asked for a TED Talk on how to be a walking red flag. "You're pretty, smart, but you're not the only one who lost their job. You need to stop acting like you're owed something." I was like, "I gave 2 years to that company." And he goes, "And we gave you a paycheck. It's business, sweetheart, you were lucky." Lucky? I felt my ears ringing. And to top it off, this man, after humiliating me, after touching me without consent, after gaslighting me about the job, had the nerve to say, "But hey, I'm still open to seeing where this goes, if you want to put the past behind us." I swear I saw red. Not romantic red. Furious, fire-breathing dragon red. So yeah, I was ready to leave, walk out, be the bigger person, maybe cry in the Uber and eat a sad donut at home. But then I looked at him. This smug man sitting across from me with that little smirk, like he still had some kind of power over me. And I thought, nope. You wanted a show? You're gonna get a damn Broadway performance. So I shifted in my seat, leaned in just a little, and lightly touched his arm. "You know, you're right," I said, soft as silk. "I probably overreacted." He blinked, surprised, but his ego was eating it up. I smiled, tilted my head, said, "Maybe we got off on the wrong foot tonight." He leaned in. Boom. Hook, line, sinker. And then, as he moved closer, that smug face coming in like he was about to lay one of those disgusting dominance kisses he thought women loved, I screamed, like, "Full actress, Oscar-worthy. Get off me, don't touch me." I shoved my chair back, knocked over the wine glass, let out a whole sob, and covered my mouth like I was terrified, like I was traumatized, like I had just escaped an attack. People gasped, waiters froze, the table next to us dropped their forks. "What is going on?" someone said. I was trembling, literally shaking my hands like I just survived a horror film, and he panicked. "What the hell are you doing?" he hissed. "You're insane." The manager rushed over, the security guy too, and I just sobbed, wiping my face with a napkin, saying, "He tried to touch me, he fired me, and now I don't feel safe." And let me tell you, that restaurant went dead silent. He stood up, furious. "This is a setup. You're lying." He looked around, waiting for someone to back him up, but everyone was just staring. Phones were out. One girl was literally filming under the table like she was catching a cheating boyfriend. And then he snapped. "You know what? I hope this little act was worth it, because you're never working in this city again. You hear me? Never." Oh, sweetie, wrong move. Because in that moment, someone from behind us, probably Gen Z, bless them, said loud and clear, "That's literally a threat. And I got that on camera. What a creep." And I swear to you, I saw his soul leave his body. Girl, when I tell you that video hit TikTok within the hour, I mean, the internet moves fast. #creepyboss threatens woman after firing her. #restaurant drama gone wild. #he really said never work again. It blew up. People were duetting, making parodies, acting out both our parts. Some girl in London made a dramatic reading with a British accent and a wine glass. Iconic. And me, I just watched it all go down, in my pajamas, with popcorn. 2 days later, he was fired. Public statement and everything. We do not tolerate harassment, manipulation, or inappropriate behavior by any of our employees, especially not from those in leadership positions. Turns out, I wasn't the first girl he'd pulled crap on. His emails, his texts, screenshots dropped like bombs. He tried to deny it, then he tried to cry. Then he tried to blame me again. Didn't matter. The damage was done. Instant karma. But me? I got job offers. People slid into my DMs like, "Hey queen, you handled that with grace. We're hiring." Someone even sent me a $50 Starbucks gift card with the note, "For the realest performance of 2025. And no, I didn't press charges. Didn't need to. The court of public opinion dragged him through the streets and back. So here I am. No job at that old place, no toxic boss. But baby, I've never felt more in control of my own life. He tried to ruin me, tried to make me feel small, tried to act like he was the one doing me a favor. But what he didn't realize was that he handed me the spotlight, and I made sure to shine. So, yeah, if you're out there watching this TikTok recap and you've ever had someone try to belittle you, underestimate you, or use you, let this be your sign. Don't just walk away, run the show, serve the drama, and let the world handle the rest. Because babe, the tea always spills.